-2 at 7:04 now at the airport. Good morning, everyone. We begin now with breaking news out of Yemen. Medical officials say at least 46 people are dead, more than 200 others hurt when 3 suicide bombers attacked 2 mosques controlled by Shiite rebels in the Yemeni capital of Sana'a. Today's attacks targeting the mosques of Badr in southern Sana'a and Al-Hashush in the northern part of the capital. The attacks, the first large-scale bombings to target mosques frequented by both Shiite and Sunni Muslims. The Shiite rebels, by the way, known as Houthis, swept down from their northern strongholds and seized the capital in September. Yemen is home to what is considered the world's most dangerous and active offshoot of Al-Qaeda. Premier Jim Prentice back here at home will be taken to the airwaves on Tuesday to talk about the state of the Alberta economy prior to his government tabling the budget on Thursday next week. The government also offering the opposition Wildrose Party some airtime after the Premier's speech. The Wildrose declining, saying they did not feel comfortable using taxpayer money to respond to an address that they would not see in advance. The Premier's office saying the offer was extended as a, quote, friendly thing to do. Also ahead of next week's spring budget, the budget speech, the Premier announcing his government will repeal legislation that dictates very heavy fines and big penalties for unions going on an illegal strike. Prentice says the act was simply wrong.
I don't agree with the legislation. I don't agree with the content of the legislation. And we will move forward and define essential service legislation that is respectful of the rights of our employees as it is respectful of taxpayers.
I'd like to commend the Premier for repealing Bill 45. I think that was one of the most odious remnants of the Redford era, and it came as a direct result of the wildcat strike that AUP had back 2 years ago, and the fact that it's gone, or will soon be gone, is a great step forward and enshrining the rights of workers in this province.
The law being repealed had introduced 6-figure fines for unions that engaged in illegal strikes. The soon-to-be-gone law also fined unions for even speaking publicly, possibly about going on an illegal walkout. The Calgary economy, not good right now, but the bottom has not fallen out yet. That's the takeaway analysis from the annual Stampede Chuckwagon Tarp auction last night. Last night, it brought in about $2.8 million. The top bid going to defending Rangeland Derby champ Kurt Bensmiller. The Tsuut'ina Nation winning the bid at $170,000. That's $30K more than Bensmiller got last year.
I was really hoping to be around the same I was last year at that 140, so to get the extra boost, it means a lot to me, especially because I get to stay with Tsuut'ina. You know, they've been great to me all winter.
The annual tarp auction, of course, is seen as a barometer for the local economy, bidding down year over year. Last night, as I mentioned, totaling $2.8 million, down, though, from about $3.5 million the year before.
I think we all expected that the high prices, the top end, would be down, and certainly that's the case. But we're really encouraged by the fact that, you know, the prices are holding very strong, and we really don't have any real low prices right now. And that's important because there's a certain fixed cost that it takes to, you know, put an outfit on the road and to compete at the highest level. And I think so far the support has been adequate, you know, to support that.
The average bid coming in last night at around $77,000 per chuck wagon. That's down from an average of $98,000 the year before. All right, that's your news to 7:07. Still about -2 at the airport. Heading back to Joe Bell.